Hi guys, PJ here. Today doing a bit of a PC hardware review. Not done one of these in quite some time. That's because I've not really done any upgrades in quite some time. It's done the job. So for many years I've been running a 29-inch ultra-wide 21:9 display. It's been absolutely perfect. Felt the time was here to basically go a bit bigger and also to up the resolution slightly. So thought I'd go for the Optix MAG. This is a 322CQR. So this is a 2K monitor, a 1440p monitor. It's HDR ready. It's a 1 millisecond response monitor, so very good for your FPS games, etc. And it has some nice RGB lighting on the back of it, as well as a good array of ports and an app to actually control things. So this is a pretty mid-range monitor. In the UK you'd expect to pay sort of £450 for this, so you know, fairly budget, but should do the job. Nice display screen here, 32-inch or 31.5 I think it says on here. So let's open it up, have a look what we get in the box, see what the thing's all about. Safely removed from the packaging. It is quite a weighty monitor, and the reason the packaging's so deep is because it's actually an 1800R, so it's got the curved screen to it. Now, speaking of the screen, it is 165 Hz, so it's got a very high refresh, and again that should tie in nicely for any FPS type games or fast action games. So what do we get in the packaging then? Well, we've got USB cable. It does have USB ports on the back of the monitor, I'm told, so we'll have a look at that shortly. We have HDMI 2.0 cable. And we have a DisplayPort cable, user manual, quick start guide and warranty. Also in here there is some mounting screws and instructions for the stand assembly, so put those to one side. Standard UK power cable, which is basically a 3-pin affair there, as you can see. External power brick. It's not very big. Shouldn't be too difficult to hide this one in a reasonable table, reasonable computer desk, so that's not too bad. It's not very heavy either. And we get a continental power cable as well, because obviously this is sold globally. It's no good for myself. Stand is in 2 parts. It's a steel stand, it's not plastic, so that's nice quality. Yep, that's pretty sturdy, guys. That's not going to snap in a rush. We got feet. Yes, we've got rubber grip feet on the bottoms of the stand there, so it shouldn't slide around on your desk. And what we got here. God, this bit's heavy. I get the funny feeling this is also steel. Yes, it is. So this is your stand mount, which would lock onto the base piece like so, and the whole thing seems to have metal in it with a plastic casing, so we've got metal on the inside there. Again, really strong bit of kit, really heavy, so that looks good, promising. Pop that to one side. Let's have a look in here. I opened it the right way for a change. Miracle. So we're on the rear here, and again it's well wrapped, it's in a bag, and it's got sticky film attached to it to stop it getting scratched. Quite the curve, as you can see. Now there is handling instructions, and it basically tells you don't crack the screen, because if you rub it on each end it's quite weighty, it's probably going to crack it, so we don't want to do that one. Trying to not touch the screen as well, because we don't want fingerprints all over it. Okay, so this is a Class A rated There we go. And let's get the screen on its stand before we have a look at all the connectors in the back of the thing. Here we are with the monitor assembled on its stand. The stand was really easy to put together. There's basically 4 screws that attach the actual back panel to the upright, and then there's like a wing nut affair underneath. Very, very, very simple to use. The monitor does actually have a slide, so you can height adjust up and down there, and you can also pitch adjust it as well. So you can actually rotate it all the way around, up and down, which is quite nice. And like I was saying, it is really, really sturdy. You're not going to knock this off easily, guys. With this steel stand, it doesn't move. I mean, this whole desk that I've got it on will shake when I move this rather than the monitor move. So really impressed. Okay, so let's have a look at the back of this thing. It is quite weighty. So, we'll do some close-ups for you. But what we've got here is, so we have, as with the cables really, we've got 2 HDMIs, we've got a display port, we have a USB-C here as well, it's quite handy. Headphone socket, because the unit does not have speakers built in, but you can plug headphones into it. And you've got your USB here, power here, and again 2 more USB at the top. On this side we have a control joystick for the on-screen display menu, which is quite handy, and of course we have, I've got this bit right, haven't I? I've seen this done before. People take a lot of care in pulling this stuff off. I don't, I just throw it in the bin. So we have some detailing here, and we have the RGB strip just across here, which illuminates in different colours and is programmable as well. So you could have it static, you could have it RGB colour cycling through the rainbow, you could have it red, blue, etc., fading in and out. Lots of different options to faff with. We've got the MSi Dragon badge on the back here. It's quite a nice looking monitor from the rear, so be a nice one to have with the rear visible sort of thing. Very, very nice. Just to give you guys a size comparison, my LG 29-inch ultrawide is at the back compared to the new 32 or 31.5 as it is. So as you can see, it's actually the same sort of width. It's just the height that you're gaining, and obviously aspect ratio being 16:9. So what I'm going to do now is just shift this one out of the way a minute. Let's come down here, put you a bit of light on the subject. There's your ports that I mentioned that I'll have a quick look at. You can clearly see what it's got, and there's the stand assembly that is so well made. There's your logo, and coming across to this side, some detailing and the control button as well. The other thing that I noticed on this monitor compared to the other one is how wide it is. It is very, very thin, guys. That's sort of what, 6mm maybe. Okay, let's plug it in. And there we have it, guys. It fired up straight away. Windows did a bit of an update. I would imagine that's just for the driver for the unit, because like I say, I was running an ultra wide prior to this. When I sit down in my seat, it's weird because I've been using an ultra wide. I'm having to look up. It feels a really big viewing area to look at, but that's something I need to adjust to. It shouldn't affect you if you're used to a normal 16:9 monitor. Now we are going to have a quick look at the that comes with it, this stuff, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a driver or an app or something in here that we need to download and have a look at. Yeah, as expected, it is literally a quick start guide of how to put the stand together. Nothing too interesting in there, look, as you can see, very basic. There we go. And there's a warranty card at the back here and some more warranty details here. Moving on to the app that's built into the monitor. So if I just quickly press the red button at the back, we get this. Sorry about the image quality here, guys. I'm having to use a phone to record because obviously all my cameras are tied into the PC, so they record screen display rather than what's happening around them. So we have gaming, professional images, input source, navi key settings. We have game mode here. We've got FPS. What else have we got? Racing. Oh, there we go. It's actually adjusting the brightness. Check this out. Go user. These are like presets. Some are very bright. I mean, the racing one there is incredibly bright. Okay. Got night vision. Basically, it just looks like it turns the contrast up, if anything. Response time. So we have normal, fast, and fastest. Anti-motion blur there. It's grayed out, so it's probably something to do with the input source, something I've got to faff with. I have not enabled HDR in Windows yet, and I haven't done any kind of driver for this, so maybe there's a driver setting I need to go and do. I've literally plugged it in, and this is what we're greeted with. So refresh rate, you can have it displayed on or off. So we can have on. Where do we display the refresh rate? That's probably in the bottom corner, actually. Okay, so let's leave that on for now. Alarm clock. Okay, that's interesting. Set your gaming time for when to come off. Screen assistance, where basically the display is. And FreeSync on and off. Now, FreeSync's for AMD graphics cards, but NVIDIA have adopted it. So if you enable in your NVIDIA control panel FreeSync, or VSync as they call it, you will be fine. You won't get screen tear, in other words. So leave this one on. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, went too far. There we go. So professional, we've got pro mode. Reader. Oh, that's gone green screen. That's interesting. Cinema. Designer. And HDR. Well, I'm going to enable HDR, so we'll put that one on. iSaver, HDCP, image enhancement, image itself. Yeah, there's the ones I was expecting. You've got brightness, contrast, sharpness, color temp, screen size, input source, navi key there. Yeah, what it's going to do basically, and settings, as in setup language, etc. RGB LED. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that one. That is programmable apparently, so we need to have a look at that, don't we, guys? So there's the RGB. It looks like it's set to fade at the moment, rainbow between the colours. You can program it, like I say. I'll have a quick look for an app and see if it's programmable. But the instructions do say programmable. That's quite a nice little feature there. Right, so we've come to the MSi support page, and the monitor, although showing a different size here, that's irrelevant, does have a Windows 10 64 utility, and it's gaming OSD download, which is quite tiny, so we're going to download that now. It's a 2020 release date, so this should be up to date, hopefully. And let's have a see exactly what this does. With the app all installed, the first thing you're going to have to do is install your USB cable that comes with it, which I've not done because I didn't read the instructions, but hey, whoever does. So it's telling you to register. We're not going to do any of that. And our control panel is now live. So we've got our HDR adjustment here. Like I say, I've still not gone into Windows Display and sorted that out yet, so I'll do that at a later date. This looks a lot like the actual, in fact it looks identical to the menu that you pull up using the little joystick on the back corner of the screen. Alarm clock, split window, it's quite useful. You could split your display, used to do that a lot on my 21B9. We've got tools, power saving there, etc. What else we got? Connect to wireless display, zoom in and out. Very straightforward. No, we don't want to do that. Recommend switch to highest refresh rate to get best from gaming performance. Yes. Okay, we've done that. So cinema, reader, RPG, RTS, racing, FPS and user. So if we go to user, aha, there we go. There we go, guys. That is literally it. That's everything you get in the box. That's the app running, as you can see. I mean, we've got the 165 Hz bit here. We've got Mystic Light. If we tap that, there you go. There's what I was on about, where you can change the LED effect on it. We've got Monitor Mystic Light down here. Look, nice and straightforward to use. Now, if you have an MSi motherboard, okay, you can obviously tie your RGB to this. I do not run that, so I do not run RGB. I run a static lighting system, so that's something you could definitely address. And what else have we got? We've got this little settings button here. There we go. Input sources, etc. Transparencies, hotkey, and navi key. There we go. Overall, this appears to be a great monitor. I'll put a little bit in the description when I've done some gaming on it for a few days, see how I adjust to it. I'll just sort of update it in the description, my thoughts on it. Right now, out of the box, it's a solid monitor. It's very, very well built. The display looks nice and bright. I've got no problems with that. There's no dead pixels. I can't see any illuminated patches. In the corners of screens on budget monitors, you can sometimes see the illumination fading through. This is a nice panel. So yeah, there you go, guys. Looks pretty good to me. I'll update at a later date. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Goodbye.